Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been MIA for a long time. I've actually been doing a lot of other things. I've been trying to get wedding planning done. I've been working my butt off. I've been actually really trying to make a presence on Instagram. So if you miss me so much, head on over to my Instagram because that's where I've been pretty active lately. So yeah, I kind of wanted to do a video, like an updated hair video, because I have gotten like a couple random comments on like my one hair video that I did. It was like a year and a half ago or something like that, and a couple things have changed, so I didn't want to like go and answer those people and, you know, give them the wrong answer basically. So I'm about to run to Sally's and pick up like a bunch of stuff because I ran out of literally everything all at once, because that's just how it happens. But I did want to show you guys kind of what my hair looks like after it's like faded a little bit. Let me take this off. But this is kind of what my hair looks like. You can see the roots. But it kind of just fades to like this, it's still kind of red, but it's kind of like an orangey pinkish red in some places. So yeah, I'm going to run to Sally's really quick and I'm gonna pick up my hair dye and I will be back to kind of like show you guys everything else. Okay, so I just got back from Sally's and I picked up some more 10 volume developer and both of the colors. I also needed some more gloves because I had run out of those. But I just wanted to show you guys. I am still using the L'Oreal Techniques Hicolor Magenta dye, and I'll put this just on my roots, but this is the thing that has changed. I used to use the Beyond the Zone, I can't remember the exact shade, but it was like the red, but it was this semi-permanent. They actually came out with like a permanent cream hair color, which it's still not completely permanent obviously because you saw that it washes out eventually, but it does last longer. So with the Magenta I use just the 20 volume Salon Care volume, or the Salon Care developer, and then with the Rockin red I will use the 10 volume. Do not forget gloves because you do not want this stuff on your hands, because trust me, it will not come off. I also have just two separate little color bowls, a little mixy thing, and then a brush. Okay, so since the L'Oreal Hicolor Magenta I'm only using on my roots, I personally only need half of this tube. So the good thing is that this one tube will go for 2 uses. So yeah, there's that. I just put about half the tube in there just for my roots. And then as far as the Beyond the Zone, your girl has a lot of hair, so I use the entire tube for that. And so I just put that in this bowl right here. So then when I'm doing the developer, I'm gonna do the 20 in the L'Oreal Hicolor and then the 10 in the Beyond the Zone. You should really measure this, but I personally just don't. I've done it so many times that I kind of somewhat know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Alright, so I went ahead and just mixed the developer in with the color. Like I said, you don't really want to follow my lead in the not measuring thing. Both of the colors are a 1-to-1 ratio, so whatever measurement that you put in of color, you put the same amount of developer in. But yeah, just don't follow my lead. Measure out your color and your developer. Okay, so I promise I have a shirt on. I always wear a black strapless shirt because black, the color doesn't dye, and because it's strapless, I can literally just like wiggle it off before getting in the shower instead of like taking a t-shirt off over top of my head. I hate doing that with hair dye. So yes, I'm gonna go ahead and I got my gloves on here, and I have 3 clips for sectioning my hair out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take like this little end of my brush here, and I'm going to go straight down my part line and down the back of my head and just kind of split it into 2 halves here. So literally like 2 halves. And then from there I'm just going to take this whole right section here and go from the top of my head to the back of my ear. So I'm going to section that off as a little section here. And then clip this. I'm sorry if the lighting is not great in this. I'm in my bathroom, so not the best. And then just the same thing on the other side here. And I always start with the back section, so we're looking real good right now. So I'll have the front 2 sections right here clipped, and then one of the back ones clipped, and then the last 4th one here just kind of left out because we're going to start there. Actually, I'm going to start on this other section because you guys can't see this other side here. So I'm just going to like gather the whole section into one big old handful here. And I'm going to start out by using the L'Oreal. This is the one that I'm only using just on my roots, and then after I get all of my roots covered, I'll go back in with the Beyond the Zone and go over like everything else. I'm just going to kind of like outline this section first. Okay, so then after I have the borders kind of outlined here, I'm just going to work down from this center point right here. So just kind of taking a little section right here and flipping it up and over, and then doing the roots here. And then just working your way all the way down.
Taste this?
Woo!
That's got 2 scoops of protein in it.
Really?
Those are cute.
Thanks. I'm gonna leave this whole interaction in this video, just so you know. The whole thing. Especially that squealing sound. Oh man. That was funny.
Thank you.
Oh boy. So I'm just gonna lay this whole section back and then move on to the other sections. And usually I'll just kind of rotate the clips just to kind of hold everything out of my way. And I'm just gonna move on to the front sections here. Okay, so my roots are completely covered, and usually at this point, I'll just kind of take out all of the clips because I don't really need them to be, like, I don't need my hair to be sectioned super specifically. So at this point, I have like this much left of the magenta, which I could mix more or less out of the box. I really could, but I get paranoid because I'm like afraid that I'm gonna run out and not be able to mix more because of my gloves. So usually what I'll do with just like the leftover is I will just kind of like coat it along the rest here, just kind of like along the top. I don't really go over the ends with this one just because I don't want to waste it. So magenta is all gone, so I'm done with this one, and I'm actually going to go ahead and put the bowl like in the sink too, because at this point I'm just going to use my hands. So once I kind of got all of that covered, I just kind of like run my hands over the area that all of this was done, just because I want to make sure that everything is coated. And then from here I'll literally just like grab like kind of the size sections and just kind of like scoop up a little bit of the beyond the zone and just kind of like work it into the rest of my hair. This is the part that probably takes the most time, just because, I mean, this is how long my hair is, so really make sure that you're like squeezing it through the sections too, because you don't want to just get the hair dye like on the outside and then it not get like thoroughly into the whole section. You'll have like chunks of different colors. And then like as I'm going, I'll kind of just like wrap it up and kind of like pin it to the top of my head. Also, usually I'll work, like when I'm doing the rest of my hair like this, I will work from like the top of my hair down, just because if, like, God forbid, if I run out of hair dye somehow, like if I use too much and just end up running out for the underneath, it's a little bit easier to hide the underneath than it is to hide the top section. Alright, so then after everything has been coated, I do usually have a little bit of the dye left, so I'll actually just like scoop it up and just kind of like smush it through even more, just in case there were any sections that didn't get coated. Okay, so then after everything is on, I'll usually just kind of take all of my hair and twist it into a bun on the top of my head. So at this point, I'm just going to set my timer for 30 minutes, and then after that, I will rinse everything out. I'm going to go ahead and clean everything, because right now my hands look like I just murdered someone. Alright guys, so it has been 30 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and rinse this hair dye out. I'm not going to take you in the shower with me, sorry. So I will let you know though that since the last time that I did one of these videos, it wasn't just the hair dye that changed. I actually have started shampooing and conditioning my hair with a different shampoo and conditioner. At the time, I think I was using like the Aussie 3-Minute Miracle conditioner, and I was using a L'Oreal like Color Care shampoo or something like that. Now I'm actually using Olaplex shampoo and conditioner. That's the shampoo and then just conditioner, it looks the same. It is pretty pricey if you're somebody who isn't in like the whole beauty cosmetology world. I have my license, so I can get it at a Cosmoprof for $14 per bottle. But for somebody who is not licensed, isn't in like the salon world, anything like that, it's actually gonna be $28 per bottle. But I will say that yes, this is a small bottle, but it lasts forever, because you literally, like, you guys saw how long my hair is, you only need the tiniest little bit and it lathers so much. And even like the conditioner, like, you really only need a tiny little bit, so it lasts forever. You really do get your money's worth. And like I said, you can get this at Cosmoprof if you are a licensed professional, or you can just get it at a salon. I don't know, you know, in your location where they would sell this. I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the shower, rinse this out, and I will kind of show you guys what it looks like wet, and then I'll show you what it looks like dry and all that good stuff. All right guys, so this is what my hair looks like wet after dyeing it. It's already like much better. So yeah, it's so much more vibrant. So what I normally do is I'll just kind of like leave my hair in the towel for a little bit, and then I will go ahead and I will put this Matrix Oil Wonders color care oil in my hair, and it's Egyptian hibiscus. That's the scent of it. I love this stuff, and I actually got this free at Cosmoprof when I was working there. So they would like send us items to try out so that we would know like how to sell the products to people if we would like use them on ourselves. So I hadn't used this like ever, and then one day I was like, I don't know, I'll just try it, you know, color caring. My hair is very colored. So since I've been using this, I absolutely love it. I feel like my hair is much softer when it dries, and I feel like it's just softer, smoother, and just better in general. So when I'm in the shower, I will actually, like when I'm rinsing out the Olaplex conditioner, I'll leave that on as I'm doing all the rest of my stuff, like washing my face, all of that. And then that's like the last thing that I'll just kind of like lightly rinse out. I just make sure to rinse it off of my scalp, and I'll leave just like a little bit on the ends, just as like a leave-in conditioner. And then I'll go ahead and put that Matrix color care oil through like the rest of it. Usually I do not blow dry my hair, and it's not because I'm like, oh, I just am, you know, trying to protect my hair. It's literally because it takes so freaking long to dry, and it just annoys me. So it's much easier just to let it air dry. So usually I do not. I've been trying to not tuck my hair behind my ears because my hair dries with like a weird crimp line behind my ear. So what I've been trying to do is just kind of like part my hair where I normally do, and then kind of comb it down and just don't touch it until it dries. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna go ahead and let it air dry, and I'm gonna get like the rest of myself like fixed up for the rest of my day. And then after it's dry, I will let you guys know what it looks like after it's dry, even though you probably already know. But if you're new to my channel, you'll see. So I realized that I left my house and got into my car before actually doing a final check-in to let you guys see what my hair looks like pretty fully dry. So I'm just gonna do it in the car right now. So yeah, this is what my hair looks like when it is dry. If you've been on my channel for any length of time, you know what it looks like. But if you're new here, this is what it ends up looking like. So yeah guys, that's basically the whole like hair dye routine that I go through, and the whole like washing my hair and all that type of stuff. So there were, like I said, a couple little differences from the very first hair video that I did, just the permanent versus the semi-permanent dye, and then the shampoo and conditioner. All right guys, so thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked it, make sure to hit the like button down below and to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.